Okay, what we're doing, we're back on the Chevelle. We're on the 71 Chevelle. We finally got a break in the situation where we can get back on it and get this done. So we have removed the body from the frame, and we got this stuff laying right here. This is the core support and other parts. So these have to be blasted, and they are savable. We will be saving those. But what we're going to work on today on the Chevelle is we're going to go ahead and work on the frame.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
Do is we got to get this thing sandblasted. If camera girl person can come over here and get a good angle on what we're looking at here, I want everybody to look at this frame. This car is from Pennsylvania. It is Rust Belt USA action. You can see this. Even the transmission, the aluminum is, yeah, it's got that going. And then we get back to the rear end of it. And I mean, it's just diabolically, completely surface rusted to the maximization of Maximus. Wouldn't you say that?
Not quite like that, but yeah.
Well, it's rusted
it's got
pretty
a lot
bad.
of surface rust on it.
Now, if you come over here, you can see that back in the day, probably in 71 or 72, that they actually put a rust protector on the frame. Now that was pretty common at the dealership up on the East Coast, is that they would sell you the product of, hey, let's go ahead and rust proof the bottom of your car to save it. So this probably actually saved the frame, but you got to understand when the body is sitting on the car, they're not going to be able to spray all this stuff on the top, you know.
Right, because it's a dealer item.
Right. When we get done with this motor and transmission, it will be a completely brand new restored engine. Now, we're not going to take it apart and rebuild it or anything like that, but we are going to meticulously
beautify it
to where it is a restored, beautiful NOS looking style engine that when you open the hood, it's all factory new. That's going to be a job in itself, just to restore that engine and transmission back. But what we got to do is we're going to go ahead and pull the engine out of the vehicle. We're going to take the drive shaft out. More than likely, we'll end up putting U-joints in the drive shaft. I spoke with the owner. I'm going to go ahead and rebuild the drum brakes on it. And I think he's going to send me the front brake stuff. We got to replace the upper and lower control arms with brand new bushings and ball joints. The rag joint broke. You can see that right here, which I can't even get that out of there. So when we put this back together, we'll have to make sure that we put this in here. Do you see what I'm saying? Before we put the engine in. But so it's going to be a complete overhaul job to get this frame done properly. We got brand new fuel lines. We got brand new brake lines. They're factory OEM style from inline tube. You can see the fuel lines are rotted. And they're even rotted inside. Look at that. You can see inside right there that it's rotted. I think he's even replacing the cable system on the brakes down here. Are you following my hand, or what are we doing?
I can see everything at the same time, Pete.
Okay.
You know, you're doing like this, and no, I'm not following your
All right,
hand
well,
like that.
you know, from the beginning I said to always follow my hand wherever I go.
You can't follow your hand, Pete.
Okay, so we're working down here now, and we're going to go ahead and replace all of the cable system. So take a good look at it. Camera girl's going to walk around it, give you an angle of what's looking at it while I'm talking, trying to get the picture of an original factory setup that has never ever been restored or never been apart before, and what we're looking at and what we have to do to make this right. We will be cutting the exhaust off up here and throwing that away. He said he doesn't want it. He's going to put brand new exhaust on it. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and pull the engine out first. Once the engine is out of the vehicle, then we will start dismantling all of the rest of it. And then we got Sandblaster Steve that's going to come over and look over the car, the frame, and everything else that needs sandblasted, and get a picture on what it's actually going to cost to do all this and have it done right. Now, our buddy Steve, Sandblaster Steve, does a very good job. I'm going to go ahead and let you know that. And he's one of the most professional blasters that I have ever ran across. So let me get this all unbolted and dismantled, and then we'll come back, pull the engine out, and see what's underneath. Alright, what I'm doing, I'm taking the drive shaft off, but as you can see, it's pretty much rusted on there, so the only way that I'm going to be able to get them bolts off is we are going to have to use our cutting torch to loosen it up. For heating up bolts, that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to heat the bolts up and get them off. So, actually I'm not heating the bolt, I'm heating the rear yoke where the bolt goes in. That's what I want to heat up the most, to get that heat in there to loosen up. Now I got one of them loose, but this one here isn't. And more than likely I'll have to use my heat on the other ones as well. So we just want to heat it up so we can get the bolt loose. We don't, there it is. Okay, so we don't want to strip that bolt. And then we'll go ahead and turn it this way, back down on the ground. And I got to put a block behind the tire here because there's no weight on the frame. And the body shop girl can hand me the torch. Thank you. It's always nice to have a, thank you very much. Always nice to have a body shop girl handy when you need another hand, like my friend Pete does. So we're going to go ahead and heat the yoke up over on this side. And more than likely we're going to end up replacing the U-joint on this. Just kind of heat that up. If Body Shop Girl can hold this. Okay, thank you Body Shop Girl Minnie, the best body shop girl on YouTube. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and get this loose like this. Okay, and there we go. That one's loose. Now we'll come over here and do this one and get the wrench on here like this. Sometimes the head of the bolts get rusted. You got to use a hammer to tap it on there. Anybody that lives up on the East Coast knows all about this action. So we got those loose, and I want to go ahead while it's hot. I want to spray some of our blaster on it and let those sit for a minute. So we're going to take our blaster, and then we will spray those down. And from the heat, that'll suck that in there and loosen those up even more. All right, we got the drive shaft out of the vehicle. You can see it right here. And we will have to replace both front and rear U-joint on the vehicle. So we'll make sure to take that apart. We'll get it sandblasted and then replace the U-joints. What we got to do now is we got to get this exhaust out. So I'm going to cut it right here. I've already talked to the owner, and he's got exhaust at his house. So we're going to go ahead and remove this exhaust, and then we'll end up throwing it away. So I'm going to take this right here. And the fucking blade didn't stay on there. What the fuck? Okay?
You have to tighten it.
It was tight.
Obviously not.
It wasn't in the right condition, probably.
You gotta put it in there and put that little hole in that little thing. Yeah. So it locks it in there. Even I know that.
Now it's tight. Where's all my stuff I had? Where's my gloves? Where's my...
Wherever you threw it, because you had a little mini fit.
There they are over there. Okay. Okay. Fucker. Hair hanging down in my face, okay? You ever have that happen?
Sure, but it doesn't make me mad.
Now what do you do about it?
I just move it. It doesn't make me mad.
Well, I get pissed off about it.
I know. You get pissed off about everything.
That sucks, man.
You live in a constant state of
Oh,
being pissed
bullshit.
off. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what we're going to do here is we're going to remove the exhaust. I've already talked to the owner. He's going to throw this away, and he said he has brand new exhaust at home. So I got my handy-dandy 35-year-old Milwaukee Sawzall, and I'm hoping this will work. So let's cut it off here. Come on. Let me go over there and cut that one off, okay? Look, let me explain it to you. I just got a shot, okay? Let me show you. I just got a, can you see that mark there? Do you see that? I just got a, what do they call that?
Cortisone.
Collagen shot?
Cortisone.
I just got a cortisone shot, it hurts. You know?
Yeah.
Give me some slack. All right, let's get this one cut off. And the neighbors are gonna love this when I start this car up and pull it in and out, all the Airbnbers. I think I might do it at like 6 o'clock in the morning just to warm the engine up. What do you think?
Sure.
Just to get them testy and say, hey, I'm on vacation here. I'm paying $900 a night for a rental.
Are you acting like that,
Okay.
Pete? Nobody wants to
Let's
see
go ahead and get this one off.
or hear it.
Huh?
Nobody wants to see or hear you act like that, Pete.
I live in Airbnb country, okay?
So what? Nobody wants to hear about that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, what?
Especially me. So what? Say it. So what?
Go ahead. What were you saying?
They already heard me.
But
Pete.
you looked at me.
Yeah, because you're the fucking problem.
Okay. Can I cut this now?
Sure.
So now what we got, people, are open headers. Do you think the neighbors will like that? I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Full of hate. Full of hate.
I love everybody.
He hates everyone.
I love everybody.
He hates everyone.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and cut this off so we can get this out of here.
Especially YouTubers.
I'm sorry, what's that?
Especially YouTubers that call him all the time.
Ha! You laughing behind the camera and you're lying. Okay, hold on. Give me that camera. Give it to me. Give me the camera. So what are you saying? You don't like talking to YouTubers?
You.
No.
You're the one that said.
I don't say that. That's bullshit. I love my YouTubers.
Tell them I'm not here.
I love the YouTubers.
Yeah, okay.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Maybe the body shop girl's lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
I can't believe you said that.
Yeah.
Now that we got the pipes cut where we want them with the Sawzall, we're going to take our cutting torch, and I want to leave the factory hangers on there. We'll get them sandblasted, see how they turn out, and we'll put those on our list for parts to buy if need be. We'll put a question mark next to it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the U-clamps, and you can look at one right over there. Or actually, come on over here and I'll show you what we're doing. You want to stand over here, please? You can't see through the frame. Bitch. Okay, so you see how handy the cut torch is when you're working on these old rotted cars. Very, very handy wrench, socket, impact, whatever you want to call it. Works very, very well. So, we got the exhaust off. The next thing I'm going to do is we're going to come over here and I got a lot of the stuff already disconnected. We took the power steering off. I cut the fuel lines. I disconnected the clutch. It's disconnected. And I already went ahead and took the bolts out of the transmission. I got to get the motor mounts loose. And I think this is a ready deal to pull this out and get the frame ready for sandblasting. So let me get the motor mounts loose, and then we'll come back with many of the YouTube hater caller person that doesn't like talking to YouTubers and blaming it on my friend Pete Person. Oh, you're not smiling now. You're not laughing.
Nope.
Why?
Because you're not funny.
Take two. We'll come back with Minnie the Body Shop Girl and get this motor out. I guess we'll have to put it on one of them roll-arounds over there. What are you thinking?
Yep.
And for now, set it in the corner. And we're going to transform this car into a brand new machine, my friend Pete style. Oh. Okay, what I'm doing here, I'm taking the fuel pump out so we can get the motor mounts. Now, if you look at the side of the engine over here, you're going to see that this big block dog, the only way you can take this thing out is you got to take the headers off, or the exhaust manifolds, you might say. I'm over here now. Are you dazed and confused?
Yeah.
What were you thinking about over there? I'm
Just waiting for you to come
standing
back.
here for 10 minutes.
No, you weren't.
Standing here for 25 minutes waiting on you, and you're
About
standing
5
there.
seconds.
Okay, what we got is, these are the factory manifolds, and when I took this one off, you can see what's going on here. This is just grease, but look at these two end ones, right here and right here. So what we got to do is, I got to see, there's a welder guy in town here. I'm going to see if he can weld cast iron and see if we can fix these. And if not, we might have to buy a new one or a used one somewhere, but we have to get that fixed. So we got to get the fuel pump out. The fuel pump has got to come out. And that's the only way we can get to this motor mount. Don't you just love the smell of old gas? It brings back so many memories smelling that old varnished gas. And you know what really sucks? Is when I was 16, are you listening to this story? Okay.
Yeah.
When I was 16, me and my brother were out in our yard busting our balls and working our asses off. Do you know what 16-year-olds are doing now? Whining and crying because they have balls. They're whining and crying because they have balls.
I know.
They will never know what it's like to smell the old varnished gas, the gasoline that brings back the memories of when balls were real fucking balls. If that makes any sense. So we're going to take a fuel pump, and since I have it off, I'll ask the owner. Oh my God. Oh God. Smell that. Smell it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I can
Smell
already
it.
smell it.
Smell a rubber, people. Smell a rubber. Smell it. Now come on over here. Let me show you what's going on over on this end of the
I used
barging
to know
table.
a guy that huffed gas.
Yeah, I knew a couple
When
guys
I
that
was
huffed
in
gas
high
too.
School, oh my gosh, they were weird kids.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, I couldn't believe they did that.
Yeah. So let me tell you a little story. Can I tell you a little story?
Sure.
Okay, see, Minnie brought up, I got to tell the little story, because I got a lot of stories in my life to tell. Did you know that?
Yes.
So, when I was at Colorado Boys Ranch, and you never heard this story, you don't even know. No, you don't know the story. What am I going to say?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Story this one is.
So, when I was at Colorado Boys Ranch, there was a guy named Doug Shuffleberger. Now, he had 1 foot shorter than the other. So, when he walked, he kind of walked like this. This is how he walked. And then, of course, his name, Shuffleberger, and the way he looked, of course, being at a boys' ranch, a lot of people made fun of him. I kind of felt sorry for the guy because people would make fun of him all the time. So we kind of became friends. Now, he was in the same cottage with me. He was in 4th Cottage, and 4th Cottage was this long building, and I think it had 5 doors, and in each room there was like 4 or 6 bunk beds. So he was in the room with us. Well, Doug Shuffleberger got picked on so much that he decided he was going to start huffing gas. So he would go up to the Colorado Boys Ranch school bus, open the lid up, and then of course, you see what I'm saying? So it was in the middle of the winter one night, and it was a snow blizzard. This is in La Junta, Colorado. There was a snow blizzard, and he decided he was going to sneak out of the room about 11 or 12 o'clock at night, thinking everybody was still asleep, and he ran out to the school bus and started sucking on the gas cap. What do you think my friend Pete did? And of course, 1 or 2 other guys.
Snitched on him?
No.
They locked him out?
We got some towels. We put him up on a telephone pole, and we tied him to the telephone pole, and he stayed there all night long, standing in the snow blizzard all night long.
Lucky you didn't kill him. That would have been murder.
Do you know what that did to him? He never huffed gasoline again in his life. About 4 years later, I saw him in Arvada, Colorado, on the bus going downtown Denver. He got a job, had his own apartment, and was on his own. Motherfucker. So always remember, drugs, gasoline, hairspray, Pam spray, any spray is not the right way. My brother, at the age of 15, died from huffing hairspray. I was 14 years old. My brother Anthony, God rest his soul. I miss him every day. You got me fucking walking. Come on back over here.
Watch that pole.
Yeah. Okay, so that was our little story time of today over at Southwest Rod and Custom. I hope everybody liked that. One of these days, I'm going to sit down and write a book about my life. What do you think of that?
Yeah, you should.
What we're doing here is, I got all the box parts. This is our engine box. So what I'm doing is everything that I'm taking off the engine or the frame or whatever, I'm putting a tag and bag situation going on. So these were actually the 2 bolts that we took off of the fuel pump. So I'm going to put 71 Chevelle, just like this. And then I'm going to put fuel pump bolts. And then we open the bag up, just like this. And then that'll be the only thing in there. Minnie's standing there ready to go to sleep, guys. Do you believe this shit? She didn't like my story. She didn't get anything out of that, I guess.
Nope, it was a vertical.
All right, so that's what we're doing over here is bagging and tagging. You should always bag and tag everything that you do throughout the whole process of dismantling the vehicle. So now that we got all of the engine dismantled enough to get to the motor mounts, what I did is I took a floor jack and I just put a little bit of pressure on the lower pulley. We don't want to put a lot of pressure on it, just a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is take my impact and get these motor mount bolts loose. And look at there, right there, look at that. So our blaster actually worked. I actually sprayed this on there a couple hours ago, and look at there. And then of course to access this one, we got to go way up in here from the back side. And hopefully that thing will... Did I push that button? Yes. Look at there. So, okay, it came off. Anytime you work on a car that's this rotted and rusted, you need to have some blaster, okay? Even though it looks like it's dry right there, but you can see where it penetrated into it and actually worked. So let me get the engine hoist all set up. We're going to pull the engine and transmission out of this. And then once we get that done, I'll go ahead and remove all the brake lines, the fuel lines, and everything else necessary to get this thing blasted. And we're going to go ahead and set this up on the rotisserie because we have got to make sure that we get this inside and out everywhere to make sure that it's clean.